Well, it's a brand new one-day special, and what a one-day special it is. It is from Heartfelt Collection, a brand new collection. But before we got into the details, before we even go to greet Nikki, we have got an announcement to make. We run competitions on Facebook. By the way, if you don't like us on Facebook, why not? You should just go and find us, Hochanda, on Facebook, because we run competitions all the time. And of course, we have got a winner for the one competition that we run with Heartfelt. The winner, now she has won the one-day special. It's Paula Greenfield. I was going to say Paula Greenfield, but you know, fabulous first name, I must say, and second surname as well. So congratulations, Paula. You have won the competition. So you have won the one-day special. Now, before we get into details of what you are getting, let's say hello to the Heartfelt. So when I think Heartfelt, I always think of a beautiful lady. I'm very talented at that. Nikki Hartley, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Now, the brand new, the Delightful Daffodil collection is one of those ones that, to me, is heartfelt in essence, is beautiful, pretty flowers, but that dyes, stamps, paper, everything coordinates. What did make you fall in love with this collection?
I think it's the fact that it's flowers, and I love my flowers, you know I do, but also because it's spring collection, which means that you can use it for any occasion. And I'm thinking Easter, Mother's Day, birthdays, or just a thank you card.
Absolutely. I mean, the papers are exquisite, the delicate nature of these designs. And daffodil is the perfect flower to bring in, you know, it's just the spring of flower, isn't it, the daffodil?
It is, and we're only 5 weeks away from spring, I do believe, so it's perfect timing. And with all heartfelt papers, everything coordinates. You've got those gorgeous daffodils in there, and the colours of this collection I think are absolutely beautiful. You've got your pinks, your lilacs, your greens in there, and these are going to work so well with other floral collections that you've got.
Absolutely. I mean, I had to do this because this is one of the dies that you are getting. And of course, this is the sheet in which you can die cut every single piece. Now, I love the colors that you were referenced as well. You have got more in here to die cut and match the beautiful layers. Now, this is the front, and then you have got the bags. I love the bag, the tone and tone. It's the softest palette I have seen from Heartfelt for a while, isn't it?
It's beautiful, sort of like pastel tones in there. You've also got your butterflies in here as well. So as I say, you know, I'm just thinking perfect for Easter and Mother's Day.
I absolutely adore the colorways. Now, of course, this is the paper pad that I'm showing. It comes with the one-day special. Of course, you have got 24 designs, 12 designs, 2 of each. Double-sided, as I mentioned, acid and lignin free. But you are also getting, if you wanted to go for an extra one, of the details at the bottom of the screen for the paper pad on its own, or if you want an extra one, which you're gonna. Now, we also are getting stamps and dies. Shall we go through them? Of course, Nikki is there by Skype. We are getting the beautiful, delightful daffodil and butterfly. You are getting 3 dies and the matching 3 stamps. Yes? So you are getting...
Yes, so this one, you've got daffodil in this one, aren't you?
Yeah, so daffodil, the butterfly is 4 dies, actually.
It is, because you've got the outer edge of your butterfly there as well, so you can decoupage it up and layer the wings up on there.
Absolutely. And then you're getting the matching die, stamp set. Again, deeply edged, cling foam mounted, ready to use, right?
They are, and they are a really good size. So these are great to be your focal point on any card or any gift that you want to make.
Absolutely. Then we have got the Delightful Daffodil and Hyacinth. Now, this is a larger daffodil, isn't it?
Yes, and you've also got like the two smaller ones coming off of that daffodil. So these work really well in conjunction with the first one that we just saw. But yes, you have got your hyacinth in here as well, and I love that hyacinth.
It is absolutely stunning. And the other stamp set and of course die set is a daffodil spray. Now I have to say I'm really impressed by the size of it, but also I think this, I don't know why, but it's so beautiful. I'm in love with it.
This one's really pretty and so useful as well, because you maybe want to make a really quick card and you can just use one of these just to adorn maybe a circle die that you may have.
Indeed.
Use your paper pad as well in conjunction with that.
Absolutely.
I've actually had so much fun colouring these as well. They are absolutely beautiful.
Now, of course, I'm sure that you have, because there's the ones that where you want to color in. Also, not forgetting that they come in this project bag as well, that you can keep the whole collection nice and tidy. Love that it's clear so you can see exactly the contents. Now, I need to say, of course, Heartfelt is based in the USA, so there is a little bit of an extended delivery. It will be dispatched from the 9th of February. Now, which is next week. But actually, this is the launch of the amazing Delightful Daffodil collection. And no, it's not going to be anywhere else until the 10th. So yours is going to be dispatched, as long as you check out your baskets, it's going to be dispatched before it goes on sale anywhere else. Now that is incredibly special, as is the price of the one day special. Now here you have got a flexible option. If you want the interest-free payments, you can have those ones. You have got a £25 saving. Now that £25 saving actually does, there is a little bit more of saving, because there is an essential collection, and I believe, and you have got an extra £5 saving carried forward. It's like a hidden saving already there. So in actual fact, it's a £30 saving if you were going to buy individual items. Now, even better if you're a Freedom member. It's what we call a why not deal. Why? Because you are saving £33.99, and of course that hidden £5 saving already included in there. And that means that if you are not a Freedom member, become one before you kind of purchase it. Now also, if you are a Freedom member, if you flexi buy it, it means that today you just pay £26.98, and that is the deliver cost. You don't pay any extra to deliver, because that's one of the perks of being a Freedom member, and you will get it all. Right, Nikki, I believe you are going to get ready for your demo, aren't you?
I am, yes, I've got one ready.
Fabulous. So while you get ready to show us the demonstration, and of course we have got samples of those beautiful cards that you can make with them. This is the card. This is the amazing Delightful Daffodil spray, where you, Nikki or one of the design team has stamped twice and die cut twice and create a perfect, almost, is it a circle or a hexagon? It's up to you. You could decorate a circle or a hexagon. Look at those glorious stamp to yellow card, then die cut. Daffodils for me are the synonymous of spring has sprung, and that is what this is all about, is celebrating brighter, longer days in which we celebrate the rain, you know, kind of flowers gonna get back, and it's a beautiful color palette. The pinks, the purple, the light, the blues, is sunshine in a flower form, the daffodil. I love the spray, how it creates that perfect art, and the way that this card showcases how well incorporates as well with previous collections. Remember, Freedom members, if you wanted, you would be paying just today £26.98. Look at that, gorgeous. You can do a bouquet of daffodils to brighten somebody's day. And like Molly said, Molly behind the cameras is like, yes, you know, everybody needs nowadays to brighten their days and say, you know what, spring is coming, brighter days are ahead, and that the Delightful Daffodil is, you know, the right way. If you want it all, you got it, you can have it all. It's the one day special with that amazing saving. Now, 335213 is your item number, but also, can we mention the Creative Essentials if you wanted? Oh, sorry. Well, 10%, all right. 10% of the complete collection has gone. So I will be quick. I would be very quick to check out your baskets. We are not even 10 minutes in the first hour and already 10%. This stock should last 24 hours, but we don't know. Well, you know what? If you wanted to have the creative essentials, the details are at the bottom of the screen, but we are not going to waste any more time because we want to see those beautiful samples and demos by Nikki. So take it away. Nikki, you are on.
Thank you. Right, so there we go. That's going to be the first card that I'm going to demo.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. So I think probably, as always, I've probably used all the stamp sets that we have in the collection. I'm not sure that I've used the last one, though, which is that spray one, but I am using those gorgeous daffodils. You can see they are really, really nice size daffodil. And then you've got those really gorgeous hyacinths that will work so well alongside them. So as you can see, I'm using some of the decorative dies that we launched last week. It was, I think, it was the those beautiful gateway dies that work absolutely perfectly with this collection.
Yeah.
So here I've used some of the paper pad. I've already cut that out and I've layered it all up. I've already matte and layered a little bit of this card, so I'll just take some of the foam tape away and that will just layer onto my card. Now, because the daffodils are a really nice size, I've actually gone for a larger size card. As you can see, I'm using I think it's like a 6x7 card blank that I've matted this up with. Then I'm going to mat that next layer with that decorative die on there, and that's going to go in the center. And then what I wanted to do was just to add and bring that silver through. So if you are lucky enough to have ordered these, you may just about start receiving them. I'm not sure what the dispatch date on these were, to be fair. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, just take some of that away. I think I put a bit too much on there, and that will just bring those daffodils out. So really what I've done is I'm using this, the paper pad, just as a backdrop to my card. And then I've got one of the other gateway dies that I'm going to lift up off of my page. So I'm just taking my glue gun and I'm just going to add some glue each side. I just need to get my glue gun working. There we go. So just down each of those sides there. And then I don't want it flat because I want to bring my daffodil so it looks like it's behind and coming out of that gateway there. So just make sure that's steady. Just put my glue gun over there. And then what I've got is I've got all the elements. So the elements that we're using, as I said, we're using those beautiful daffodils. As you can see, they are a really nice size. I've already gone ahead and coloured 2. And then I've got some of the hyacinths. And then what we'll do is I'll just take you through some of the steps on how I actually coloured these in. So what I'm using is some watercoloured pens, and I'm just colouring over and just leaving a little bit of white as I pull that colour through. And then I'm going to go in with a slightly darker yellow. I wanted to keep this a really nice soft yellow. I think most people, when you think of daffodils, they are the bright yellow ones that we see in everyone's garden.
Yes.
And you can get other coloured daffodils, but I thought I would stick to just the yellow ones. As you can see, really easy to colour. And what I've done is I've just put a little bit more in just towards the centre, just so that that actually brings that out. So I put a little bit of depth in there. And then the leaf, I'm just going to add some really nice bright lime green, again with my watercoloured pens. And then I'm going in with a slightly darker one just to shade that in. And what I love about Heartfelt stamps is they do give me a really nice idea on where I need to actually add that depth and that darker colour and the shading. So basically that's it, and that's really easy to colour. But look at that, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Actually looks 3-dimensional. doesn't it?
Absolutely.
The way that that's been drawn. However, as with nearly all of the flowers that I put on a card, I like to use my flower shaping tool. So I'm going to add just a little bit of dimension, so it actually lifts it off of the page and just kind of brings the daffodil to life a little bit. So I'm just going in on those petals and just lifting them up. And then I'm going to turn it over and use the other side of that tip. I do believe we've got these on the show. If you haven't got yours already.
Details on the screen for the flower shaping kit with 10 interchangeable magnetic tips as well as the mats there. Do you love them, don't you?
I absolutely love them. It doesn't matter what card I think I make, I always go to my flower shaping tool just to add some dimension. As you can see, I'm just going around that tip and it just lifts that up. Now I've got dimension on that daffodil.
Right.
Okay. And then finally, with the hyacinths, I've done the same, but what I'm going to do is I'm just turning that with my image face down. I'm going in with a smallish tip on this one, and in little tiny circular motions, I'm just going around. Can you see that lifting up already?
Yes, I can.
That is just going to lift up and just poke that down a little bit. I don't want it lifting up too much, but when you go in tiny circular motions, what happens is when I turn that over, it's kind of gone with where I've coloured it, and it's kind of added that dimension there. It is honestly well worth it. It means that maybe you want to post your card and you don't want big three-dimensional flowers, but you still want to add a little dimension on there. Using your flower shaping tool on any of these is just going to give you just that little bit more dimension.
Perfect.
Okay. So then finally, what we need to do on this card, because I can't have a daffodil without my butterfly. So I'm going to go in with my pink on this butterfly. So this one here was cut out, if I just bring the dies over, with the outer edge. Okay, so this was the stamp. So you're going to stamp your image first, and then you're going to take your die, put that over your stamped image, and that will cut out your main butterfly there. You can see the butterfly with all the details on.
Wow.
But then you get the second die, which gives you that really pretty intricate wings. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've cut one out in some silver mirror card, because that means that it's going to kind of bring that mirror card through the card as I use that on my decorative dies. As you can see, look how pretty that is.
Stunning.
Really pretty. You can layer it up. So I'm kind of going a little bit crazy. I've done a green one as well. So this one was cut from the paper pad, because the paper pad is a really, really good weight. So it is good. You can use it to make your boxes with, but it's also good to cut your decorative dies out with as well. And then we're going to go in with my daubers. Just going to find my pink dauber. And again, I do think we've got these on the show today.
We do. And they are, you know, I love these daubers because they are the only ones that they are triangular. And they're also, I love that they're transparent, the canister, so we can see exactly what color they are, you know, they are. And still it's a domed dauber, so we won't get any harsh lines, will we?
No harsh lines at all, and it means that, do you know, I'm using so many more of my inks that were in my craft room that I probably wouldn't have used before, but now I actually use them to add colour to my images that I stamp. And as you said, yes, you can put them in all different colours, but you can see the colours when you put them all together like that. So I've got my oranges in there, and then I've got one with my greens and my blues. But what I love about them as well is, so I'm going in with a darkish pink to start off with. So I'm just going to blend that in. And as you can see, what I'm going to do now is I've gone into a circular motion. So that's where I'm going to put the darkest pink, and then I'm going to pull it out, and it just brings that pink and kind of fades away. So now, using that same dauber, I'm going in with a paler pink and just blending that dark pink, and it just blends so nice. So I'm going to do that the other side. Blend that. Just adding a little bit more ink if you feel the need to. And you can also blend other colours together as well, so you can add a little bit more colour. So if, for example, I wanted to add a little bit of yellow, I'll go in with my yellow, just grab my yellow dauber here that I've got, which I've already used for my yellow. Just add a little bit of yellow at the tips, look, and that, see how that blends and how quick it is as well.
But it's all that detail
think
on the butterfly. It's so extraordinary.
It's so pretty, isn't it? And as I say, when you add your colour to it, I think I might actually do the, I'm not sure what, are they called tendrils on the butterfly? Not quite sure what they're called.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person, to be honest. The voices in my head, but one of the producers said yes, so I blame Emily if it's not. I mentioned her by name, but just making sure.
So yes, tendrils. So I just hold that up, look, to the camera.
Oh,
can you see?
yeah.
How that's blended and how quick as well. So what I'm going to do is just pop that to one side, because we'll put that on the card last. And I've just sort of like lifted those wings slightly. And then we're going to go in with my card now and start putting the card together. So on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to layer it. So because I've lifted that decorative die up, that will slide down, but I want that leaf to come over my decorative die, and this one I kind of want over there. So I'm just layering it up just so that I can get an idea. So this one I wanted to bring in front, okay, to give me that dimension. So to glue that, I'm going to use my glue gun. I do like my glue gun. So, oops, I just dropped some glue there. Let me just take that off.
Don't do this at home, I would say, because obviously you have gone in with your fingers rubbed to the hot glue gun. Please do not do that at home. Just your protective gear. Don't do it at home. But I think my fingers now, to be honest, are immune to my glue gun. And then I'm just going to lift these up slightly. And then I'm just going to put some glue on this one, just a little bit down on that stem. Can you see where I've just popped a little bit dab in, and I'm bringing that down and just bringing that over, but again I'm just lifting those petals up to give me that dimension, and then going in with my third one, which is going to come on the front of my card. Put that just about there, and again lifting my petals up to give me dimension. And then what I want to do is just add those gorgeous hyacinths. So just bring them in, not covering my large daffodils, I want those to be the focal point. And then just bring that one just under there. Whoops, doesn't want to go. You will go there, that's it. And then this one just slightly lower down, just behind that daffodil. And then finally, I'm just going to pop this one. So this is another one. So this is a group of 3 daffodils that you'll get in the collection. And I've done that in a slightly darker pink. And that just comes around. Can you see the dimension on there? Yeah, wow, love it. Gorgeous. And then finally, I'm going to pop my butterfly on, but before we do, I want to add these decorative parts. So I've got my silver metallic one, and that will go on first. And then I've got those green ones. So I've got 2. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to put both on, whether it needs it or not. You can put on as many as you like, but if you can see, then you get that lovely dimension. That's so pretty. There, isn't that pretty? I actually think I'm just going to stick to that one layer and then just bring that back and then just
pop that just around there, I think, just at the bottom. It kind of, I want it to kind of hide a little bit of where those stems finish. Just lift that up. And then just to finish off my card, I've got a sentiment from one of the other Heartfelt collections that we've brought out, and I've cut it up. So it says on your special day. So I've cut it into 3 just to bring that so that I can bring it into the card rather than having one big sentiment. And there you have a beautiful, I think, very spring-looking card. So if I just turn that.
Definitely spring, and it's like the first signs of the spring as well. It's just that kind of first, you know, the days are getting lighter, the days are getting brighter, and that is such an important message.
A bit warmer.
Indeed, warmer as well. Yeah. Thank you, Nikki. Well, you reset for the next time. Well, there is some very important news I need to tell you. 20% of the one-day special has already gone. If you are in love with the idea of a beautiful palette of pastel papers with the beautiful one-step stamp, one-step die. You don't have, you know, there are very beautiful collections, and Heartfelt makes them very often, you know, where you have to die cut and then you have to shape and then you have to kind of a layer. No, this is one step. That makes it a spring easy. It makes it also such versatile for different elements of a spring. You know, whether it's, I love the way that the daffodils look in, you know, you can see it here. That one looks one way, the other one looks the other way. So they're like having a conversation. Perfect for a wedding. But also think about it. Think about happy birthdays, thinking of you, get well soon, you know, best wishes. Think about all those occasions that we send cards. Also, think about putting memories. I think this collection, because of the softness of the palette, will make any picture that you have got sing. Whether, for instance, our Molly, again, was celebrating, well, her parents, by the way, if you are watching, Zoe, isn't it? Yeah, Zoe, mommy, Zoe, congratulations on your wedding anniversary. Or, right, so you could put wedding cards in here or getting together photos in here, and that will work well. Yes, you have got dies, but what about fussy cutting some elements and tagging a picture in there, or not just tagging a picture? Think about the way that you have got here panels. Think about those labels, stamping sentiments into it. Think about all those glorious kind of trellis and previous stamp sets and die sets, like Nikki was telling us about it. Everything coordinates, and that is what makes investing in Heartfelt collections such a good investment as a paper crafter. It's absolutely glorious paper pad. Now, if you want to add an extra one, you have got one in the I Want It All, but you can add an extra one. The details at the bottom of the screen. Look at the glorious nature of these details, the doily elements into here. Again, I'm thinking die cutting them, maybe using my fussy cutting them. I absolutely adore that. Again, I would fussy cut something, put maybe a card underneath it. The papers, they sing, don't they? You have got the butterflies in here, the butterflies that are printed, that detail into here, gorgeous flowers, gorgeous elements in here, and then you have got the stripes as well. So think about paper ribbon, cutting the elements. But again, here I'm thinking cutting all the strip, or cutting a thin strip, or cutting that bit, or cutting. There is so many possibilities in here. They are double-sided, but you are getting 2 sheets of each design. So you have got, basically what I think about it is 24 designs, one of each. That's how I see it. But you have got also, and this is what Heartfelt do, which I adore it, the fact that you straight away, you have got paper with color. So you take one of the dies, and of course, if you go for the I Want It All collection, you are going to get all the dies that match in this shade. You will place it over here and ready to go. You don't have to stamp, you don't have to color, ready to go. If I turn it over, you can see the blade right on the inside edge. And as a, you know, as a die cutter of many years of experience, that to me is such a good sign. It shows that they are crafters at Heartfelt Creations. They know that if we stamp and then die cut, or we die cut the paper, we want the most precision possible. And this is why the details in there, the fact that you are getting basically what they are, 6 by 6 within 12 by 12, 6 by 4 as well. Sizes that we all know what to do with it. They're all kind of get outdoors. Now, if you wanted to add an extra paper pad, well, I would be quick, or if you just wanted the paper pad on its own, I would be super quick. Why? Because half the stock of the paper pad on its own has already gone. Now, we are only half an hour into the first hour. Remember, a one-day special is a time-limited offer. It expires in 24 hours. However, that is if the stocks last. So do not miss out. Check out those baskets. If you want it all, you can have it all, because we still have got the stock, although 20% of the stock has already gone in the first 20 minutes of the first hour. 335213 is your item number. That amazing saving. Remember, if you are a Freedom member, £33.99, and you carry forward that £5, so it's actually £38.99 that you have got in saving if you are a Freedom member. Now, a storage binder, always very popular, and I have to say I'm a little bit jealous, because I think as the storage binders go, Heartfelt create one of the best designs that I have seen. Why? I love the fact that it's a box, first of all, so it means that can sit nice and neatly on the shelf. It has got that magnetic clasp, which is super luxurious. It's not just one magnet, you have got two, so can you hear that? I love that. That is fabulous. It's just quality. Then why I like it is because it's a binder, but also because it's a box, the dies or the stamps are not going to fall off. So say that you have gone in for the one-day special. Well, the stamps already come in with the kind of whole index card, so you can automatically put it in there, and I believe you can put up to 7 sets of dies and stamps. Now, we don't the dies don't come in with perforated index sheets, but we have got magnetic next, so we will have a look at those ones as well. So imagine your full collection, 3 stamp sets, 3 die sets, all here, and maybe the previous collection of future collections. What I would do here is I would write down exactly what collections stores it, and I would have it on my bookshelf. Also love that it comes with a handle, so nice and easy to portable. And it's just a thing of beauty. I think it's just so pretty and delicate. $12.99 is the price. Grab yours by checking out those baskets. 374418 is your item number. Now, the dovers are, again, this is what Heartfelt do. They do, you know, a few things, but they do them so well that you want to invest on them. Here you are getting 12, so you are getting twice as many as here. And why do I like them? Well, the first of all is that they are transparent, so I can see exactly what color I'm looking. So if I'm going yellow, I would know that that was yellow, and so on and so forth. The fact that they stack together and they are triangular means that it's ergonomic, so it's nice, so I can use it as a kind of a dog, or like a pen. But the important thing is that sponge that is completely done, so there is no harsh lines, so it's perfectly rounded, but also it has got those pointy lines. That means that if, for instance, if I wanted to create like a pointiness, for instance, a daffodil, and is it called the trumpet? So you wanted to darken it, you can go in with a little bit of darken and then darken that bit in there, creating a little bit of shadows, should you wish to do that, but you don't have to. The multitasking element of these dovers makes them a really good purchase. And to be honest, I haven't seen triangular dovers. Heartfelt are the only ones, and being transparent as well makes them even better. £13.99 is your price. 069 069154. And remember, you are getting 12 of them. So you could have the whole spectrum of the rainbow of colors with a double in it. 069154 is the item number. Then we have got the flower shaping kit here. This is what Nikki uses all the time. Again, the quality of the packaging makes it also the storage. It comes in, and then you have got the mat. It's a high density mat, so you can see it there. And then you can see as well, you have got a further mat here. And then you have got the tool double-ended with magnetic ending. So you kind of put the tool in here, press it there, and then now it's magnetically hold. So the larger bowl is of course for the larger areas to create that perfect shaping. And you can see in here that, you know, high density foam creates a resist in there. You have got 10 different tips, so you can use them both, including, I believe, you have got a quilling tip here, which you can see is very deep, so therefore you can do modern quilling as well as the regular quilling. And you have got piercing tool as well. £29.99 is the price. 939385 is your item number. Now, I did mention the storage for the storage panels, extra ones for the binder. If you wanted cling stamp storage, $9.99 is your price. You are getting 15, so you are getting 5 in each of the spots that you can see there for just $9.99. 021997 is the item number. Now, if you wanted to keep your dies inside it and flip through them, you want to have the magnetic ones. Now, this one comes with 6 stamp and 6 die magnetic storage panels, which is phenomenal. Oh no, I believe it's 3 of each, not 6 in total. So 6 in total, 3 of it. Oh, right, sorry, yeah, I'm being silly here. No, yeah, that's it. It's magnetic on one side, stamps on the other one. There it is. So you have got you have got 6 in total, 6. Yeah, exactly. The front for the stamps, the back for the dice, and of course, like our Molly is showing us, you can see there. Sorry, I was being stupid. So you can see here, you cling on one side and then magnetic on the other one. I was getting confused because that one doesn't have, the one that comes with it doesn't have magnetic. That's why I was getting confused. $12.99 is your price. 934723. Right, Nikki, are you ready for the next demo?
I am. I thought actually it'd be nice if I can just show you a few samples that the design team have created. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because obviously I've got my samples here. So the first one that we're looking at is one that I've actually created. So this is one using those gorgeous daffodil sprays and the butterfly. And this will be something that I'm going to demo in a few minutes.
Yes.
But you want to see what the design team have created. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Talk about a daffodil garden.
Wow.
Look at that. A 3-dimensional. It actually goes flat as well, which I really love. So Susan from the design team has created this, and she's actually embossed. If I just hold that up, I think oh no, she hasn't. I actually thought at first glance that this was embossed, but no, what she's done is she's used some gorgeous glitter on there to adorn those daffodils. But how beautiful is that? So it isn't all about just doing your square cards or using your decorative dies. Think about some of those other cards that you can actually create. How about making an MDF card? So this is actually an MDF piece. So I created this with an MDF piece. Now I've used papers from the paper pad for this, but what I've done is I've cut it away. So I've decoupaged it up as well. And I've actually made this into a card. Absolutely beautiful. And then I've got something really special. Again, the design team have absolutely blown me away on this one. So I'm just looking at the name of this, and I do believe it's pronounced Katerina, which is an absolutely beautiful name. But look at this. Lovely. How about a basket of daffodils? Look at the dimension in there that she's created using the decorative dies that we launched last week. And then I think she's used yes, she's got the spray on there, and then she's got the individual daffodils that if I just move that, if you can just see in there.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
probably put
And the
that
thing
in.
is that
Isn't
it's
gorgeous?
such a cheerful side, isn't it? The daffodils.
It is, yeah, and I think perfect timing. We've got spring coming. We're all looking forward to that warmer weather, and I think, as I say, you know, I'm thinking, you know, perfect for Easter. We've got Easter coming up. We've got Mother's Day coming up, as well as, like you said, I think you mentioned weddings. I think would be
Absolutely.
great for this collection because it is a really, I mean, spring weddings. How beautiful would that be?
Indeed.
So anyway, onto the card that I'm going to create. Now, I've done this one in sort of like my pinks. However, for the card that I'm actually going to make, I thought I'd go a little bit brighter. So I wanted to go orange. So this is one of the sprays that I've already gone ahead and coloured, because you can actually get orange daffodils. I always say it, these are your stamps, that your dies, your creation. So if you wanted purple daffodils, you can colour them purple, completely up to you. But really pretty, and again, it's the detail in these stamps that I really love. So I've already gone ahead and cut my papers from my paper pad. So this one was just a corner of one of the 12 by 12 sides, and I'm just going to glue that down. Now, as you can see, I've added some orange because I've done my daffodils in orange. I wanted to bring some orange throughout my card. So I've just added some orange around there, and then I'm just going to layer that up. And then I just wanted to show you as well, with this one, I've used one of the circles from Heartfelt, which fit perfectly with a lot of the panels. You will find that a lot of Heartfelt dies will fit the paper pad. So you can actually decoupage them up, you can layer them, and you can add apertures as well, which is what I've done here. So I want to add a little bit more orange around the edge. So again, I'm going to go in with my dauber, and I've already put my foam pads on the back, so it's a little bit different than what I normally would, because I would normally have it flat on my glass mat, but it still will work well. You can see just taking that orange, but it blends really well on those papers. As you said, Paola, these are acid and ligament free as well, so these are perfect for your scrapbooking.
Yeah.
And you can heat emboss with these as well, so you can add your embossing powders on them. But it just brings that orange into the card. Now I've done that. So I'm going to bring that back. And now when I pop that onto my card, so I've made a frame. I've actually doubled my foam pads up because they weren't quite thick enough. And rather than make a frame out of card, I just thought, well, actually, I'll just double that up, so you can see that I've just doubled my foam pads up there. Just make sure I've got that the right way. I'm not sure if there is a right way, because there is actually a very, very fine script going across that paper. So now when I put that onto my paper, it's brought that orange in, but I've got this decorative paper behind.
Yeah.
That aperture. I think actually I did actually nearly do it. I was going to make this into a shaker card, because I think this is perfect for that.
Yeah, that would.
So
and the butterfly could be floating around, like, you know, dancing as one of the shaker elements.
Yeah, it could. It could, yeah, because I always tend to think, oh, I'll use sequins and some tiny little pearls. But yeah, you could put your butterfly in there as well. So just to show you again how easy these are to colour, because I think a lot of crafters, it is one thing that you kind of think, oh, you know, it's really difficult. I'm not a colourer. I'm not an artist. But again, I'm just using the shading that the artist at Heartfelt have done for me. And also, if you do kind of think, oh, I'm not really sure, you know, about my colouring, use your images from the paper pad to give you a guide.
Absolutely.
And also, on the front of the packaging, you get a really nice sample of the colouring.
Yes, you do. And you
So
get the instructions as well.
You get the, yeah, you'll see the instructions on there. Going in now with a paler, sort of like a peachy colour, and just blending that in, leaving a tiny piece of white so it doesn't go too dark. But yeah, you know, colouring doesn't need to, you know, you don't need to be scared of it. Just go in there. At the end of the day, it's just a piece of paper. That's what I always say. And if you make a mistake or you're not happy, I always cover it in glitter or add a butterfly to hide
Absolutely.
it.
And also
Really,
the fact that you have got the stamps and the dies means that you can, if you mess up one, you can die cut it again, and stamp it and die cut it again and again and again.
absolutely. Yeah, because you've got your stamps and your dies that you're going to have in your crafty stash for basically, I would say probably for I can't say how long because you may do something rather silly with them, but forever.
Yeah.
If you look after them well.
Now, Nikki, we have got a question. Can we make to sell?
You definitely can. So Heartfelt have given us basically an open angel policy, so you can make as many as you like as long as you're physically making something. So what I mean by that is you can make your cards and you can sell them.
Yeah.
But what you can't do is take your elements, stamp and die cut them and sell them just like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, you have to physically be really making something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can make them,
finished
you can sell
project.
them. Yeah, you can sell them at craft fairs. You can sell them in certain internet places that we can sell them.
Fabulous.
So yeah, feel free to make the money yourself or for charity. Completely up to you.
Fabulous.
I'm just going to ink this
Especially for
up,
certain charity that which symbol is daffodil, is a great way to get some money for that beautiful charity.
Absolutely, yeah, you're spot on there. I was actually going to mention that and I wasn't sure if I was allowed, so thank you for that. But yes, this would be a great collection for that, wouldn't it?
A few years ago, I believe we did an event here with Matthew Palmer taught two celebrities to paint for in aid of that charity.
You did. Was that a couple of years ago now, wasn't it? It wasn't last year, was it? But yeah,
2 years, yeah.
I remember that. So now just going in with my paler blue and just adding that. So if I just lift that up so everyone at home can see
Perfect.
where that shading is, going from the darker in with the paler colour. And then just to finish that butterfly off, I've got to add that decorative bit in the middle.
It just finishes it off, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? And it gives it sort of like that 3-dimension. But like, yes, these are beautiful on their own, but to me, they're quite heavy. So to put them on a card, I would think, oh, it's a little bit heavy. But then you add this and it kind of, I don't know, lightens it up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You just lift those wings up. And now you've got a beautiful, delicate butterfly.
Oh, look at that.
And then, of course, use your glitters that you've got at home. You know, use all those other bits that you've probably got. Shimmer paints would look absolutely wonderful with these as well. Now, as I always do, I'm going to use my flower shaping tool again, just to add some dimension, putting my image face down and just going round in circular motions again. So I know this is that hyacinth, so I'm going in circular motions, and then I'm going in with a slightly bigger tip with, again, still keeping that image face down, and then just bringing some dimension in with those buds, and then finally going back to my smaller tip, and I'm going to go in and just add dimension so it lifts that kind of trumpet up on the daffodil, and then again just on those petals there. It just brings it to life, I think. But of course, you don't have to use them. If you want to post your card and you're a little bit worried on whether or not it will go in a flat envelope, you can keep them flat. But now I've just added that little bit of dimension there. But aren't they pretty?
They are
and as
so
I say,
pretty.
they work perfect with your circles. So when I bring that back, it's going to work really well. So what I thought was, I want to add just a tiny delicate background to the daffodil spray there. So I've got one that I'm going to pop at the top. I've added a little bit of orange again round the edge, and just bring those, one at the top and one at the bottom of my aperture on the circle, and just lay them down there. And it means now that when I pop these on, so I've already put some foam pads on this one, just gives them a backdrop. And what I want to do is just come over that circle slightly, so I'm not hiding all of that beautiful paper. You can still see some of that image underneath. Now this one I do need to just add a little bit of foam tape, because that's the one that we've just done. So I'll just take just a couple of pieces, and one in the middle and probably one each end on each of those daffodils, just to lift that up off of the page. But again, if you're posting and you want to keep it flat, you would just normally use your normal glue or tape. So just take that off. I always think this is the most boring bit for everyone to watch at home.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's an important step, isn't it, to glue things together so they don't fall apart.
Exactly, and I do love my foam tape. So now what to do is just make sure those leaves are just overlapping slightly, and then go back to my butterfly. Now on this one, you could put a sentiment in the middle and just add your butterfly here. But what I was thinking actually, just to pop my butterfly in the centre there, even think if you put this in a photograph frame, it would make a really pretty spring kind of picture that you could hang on your wall.
Yeah.
And there you go. So if I just turn that around, and then I'll go back to the pink ones. You can see the other colour as well. You can see I've got dimension in there from the aperture using your paper pad.
Indeed.
And then just go back to this one that I have added some glue and pearls with.
Oh,
So two very different, well, exactly the same stamps. And this is the really nice thing. You can colour them any colour you like and get sort of like this, you know, especially if you're making your cards.
Fabulous.
You can have sort of like 10 cards using the same stamps and dies, same layout, but just do them all different colours.
Thank you so much, Nikki, for showing us this, and of course for joining us via Skype. We'll let you get on now, but of course you are going to be back with Yanis at 8 p.m., aren't you?
I will be at 8 o'clock, yes, I'll be here.
All right, so I'll see you then, of course. Thank you so much, Nikki. Now, I want to show again the paper pad, because the paper pad is just extraordinary. To me, this is heartfelt. The pastel, you know, palette, the softer colors. You know, the inspiration, like Nikki was saying, get inspiration of the color in here. Look at the lace, how it's layered. Fussy cut, paper ribbons on the side as well. If we move around, look at how many tags. Fussy cut them, die cut them, get them, you know, kind of put some glitter, hints of glitter here and there, like glossy accents to create a duo. They are double-sided, and you are getting 2 of each, which means that you have got 24 beautiful papers. Now, of course, you have got labels ready to stamp on, ready to put the sentiments in here. You can layer the die cuts as well onto here, and you have got the backgrounds as well. So you have got so many possibilities. Now, a third of the stock of the one-day special, the I Want It All collection, has already gone. It's a very busy one-day special. If you want it all, you can have it all. Remember that there is even, like, if you are a Freedom member, you have got even a further saving. If you're not a Freedom member, become one. If you want to create a card like this, or like a center pen for a little girl, you know, your tea-operated light in her bedroom, how gorgeous this would be. Also, because it's one-step stamp and then one-step die cut, it means that the little ones will be able to do it. I mean, obviously with adult supervision. So why not get them involved? I think this is a perfect collection for the today. It's the perfect collection to invest. Remember that you can flexify it, spread it in interest-free payments. Also think about it. It's the only, like, it's only going to go on sale elsewhere on the 10th. It's going to be dispatched from the 9th. So you know that you're getting an absolute steal of a collection with the 38 actual pounds and 99 pence, because of course the £5 saving that you have got in this Creative Essentials carries forward. So you have a fabulous saving, but it's more importantly a fabulous collection full of joy. That beautiful daffodil, the delightful daffodil, the hyacinths, the butterfly, and of course the delightful daffodil spray, stamps and dies that combine with those beautiful paper. Check out your baskets to not miss out. 1/3 of the stock has gone in the first hour. If you don't want to miss, well, check out those baskets. After the break, well, we have got another look at GMC designs with Emma.